She was found in a backyard, bound, a black nylon stocking pulled tight around her neck. Police couldn't find evidence that anyone else had been there, but months before she died, she had been telling them someone was trying to kill her. She had always been careful, the kind of person who double-checked the locks before bed, made sure the windows were latched, the curtains drawn. After her divorce, living alone had only sharpened that instinct. That morning, she woke up just after sunrise and lay still, listening. The house felt different, not louder, quieter. She worked long shifts as a pediatric nurse, and routines mattered to her. Order mattered. She noticed when something was out of place. In the kitchen, she saw it immediately. The window above the sink was open a few inches. She stopped. She was almost certain she had locked it the night before. Then she saw the note on the counter. 3 words, "You will die." She didn't scream. She just stared at it for a long moment before picking up the phone. Police searched the house thoroughly. Doors, windows, dusting for prints. They found nothing. No damage, no footprints. When they left, the house felt heavier, because this wasn't the first time she had called them, and each time, they had come up empty. After that, she barely slept. She sat in the dark at night, listening to the house settle. Every sound felt amplified. The refrigerator humming on, cooling pipes ticking, and the faint creak of wood in the hallway. She began checking the locks twice before bed, then 3 times. At work, she replayed the layout of her home in her mind, trying to understand how someone could move through it without being seen. A few days later, she came home and felt it again. The back door was locked exactly as it should have been, but the rug inside the doorway was slightly crooked, bunched up like someone had stepped on it. She stood there staring, trying to remember how she'd left it. Police returned. Nothing missing, nothing broken, no evidence of an intruder. When they left, something inside her shifted. If someone was doing this, they were careful enough to leave nothing behind, and she was alone in it. She stopped telling people the full story. At work, she brushed it off, said she wasn't sleeping well, that it was stress. Inside the house, she made changes. New locks, motion sensor lights, a lamp left on overnight so the darkness wouldn't feel complete. Still, the feeling stayed. Weeks later, she smelled smoke. At first, it was faint, easy to dismiss, but as she stepped into the hallway, the smell grew stronger. It wasn't coming from outside. It was coming from below. She moved toward the basement stairs and saw a thin ribbon of smoke drifting upward. At the bottom, flames were crawling along the wall of the basement bathroom. A wastebasket smoldered in the corner. Blackened scraps of newspaper lay scattered across the tile. She ran outside and called for help. Firefighters contained it quickly, but the damage was real. There was no candle in the room, no faulty wiring, nothing obvious that should have sparked on its own. Investigators examined the basement carefully. The small window was partially open, but the soot along the windowsill was smooth and undisturbed. No sign anyone had entered. Again, the explanation leaned towards accident. Standing outside, wrapped in a blanket, she listened as the theories formed around her. The focus was shifting. It wasn't just about who might be doing this. It was about whether anyone had been doing it at all. In 1985, it escalated. Motorists found her stumbling near a roadside ditch several miles from her home. She was barely conscious, hypothermic and bruised, a dark nylon stocking tied tightly around her neck, a puncture mark visible in the crook of her arm. When she regained consciousness, she couldn't explain how she had gotten there. Her last memory was running errands that afternoon. Police searched the area. No witnesses, no tire tracks, no indication she had been forced into a vehicle. Each incident escalated, and each time there was no evidence tying anyone else to it. In 1988, it happened again. She was found in her garage, hog-tied on the concrete floor, wrists and ankles bound behind her back, a black nylon stocking twisted tightly around her throat. She was unconscious. Doctors documented ligature marks and other puncture wounds. There were no signs of forced entry. Investigators were divided. Some believed she was being hunted. Others believed the danger was self-inflicted. In the spring of 1989, the disturbances seemed to slow. She told friends she hadn't noticed anything unusual in weeks. At first, she appeared lighter. On May 25th, she picked up her paycheck, ran errands, deposited her check at the bank. She had plans that evening. When she didn't answer her phone, friends went looking. Her car was found in a shopping center parking lot, groceries inside, a wrapped birthday gift on the seat, blood on the driver's side door. Her wallet emptied beneath the car. She was gone. Nearly 2 weeks later, on June 8th, her body was discovered in the backyard of an abandoned house. She was hogtied, a black nylon stocking wrapped tightly around her neck. An orange spray-painted message marked the property. The autopsy complicated everything. Her system contained massive amounts of morphine along with other pharmaceuticals, far beyond lethal levels. Some of the drugs had been swallowed. The morphine may have been injected. If she had administered that dose herself, experts said she would have lost consciousness quickly. Yet she had been bound. Police leaned to suicide. Her family believed she had been murdered. After a lengthy inquest, the official ruling was simple: death by unknown event. Her name was Cynthia Elizabeth James. She disappeared on May 25th, 1989. She was found dead on June 8th. The official ruling was unknown. And sometimes, unknown is where the truth stays, hidden, somewhere the white pines keep their secrets.